Oh my god.
What? What is it?
The planetarium is having its last ever rock and roll laser show, and it's happening tonight. A laser light show, Tina, is when they take a classic rock and roll album and bring it to life with lasers. And they're doing the best one.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You, Demon. Been celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. Completely, sort of, different episode tonight, because tonight we're going to talk about something I just did. And I went to a planetarium to see my very first rock and roll laser light show. And it was amazing. Mostly because it was Kiss. For the first time ever, Kansas City Union Station Planetarium did a Kiss laser light show. I, like much of you, grew up in the 90s, and I remember, laser light shows for Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, Welcome to the Machine. I recall those, and they always sounded interesting, but they also sounded kind of trippy and just not really my scene. However, a Kiss one is totally my scene, and big shout out to my buddy Foxy, Brian Stevens, for texting me and saying, I'm sure you've heard about this, and I did not hear about it at all. I don't follow Union Station on social media, and they posted $6 Kiss Laser Light Show, and I was on board. Headed down there with my wife. She's a trooper. She had fun. That's pretty much the response my wife had, but she's a trooper. She had fun. I had fun. I had a blast. I am still smiling about that experience, and I thought we would talk about it, look at it, and celebrate it tonight. First thing first, upon arriving at the planetarium, it was just joyful to see other fellow Kiss fans. The guys in front of us had Kiss shirts on. In front of them was a dad and a son. Both had Kiss shirts on. Very first people in line had Kiss shirts on. Tons of End of the Road shirts. Tons of Kiss Online shirts. And it felt good. It was like, you know what? It's Friday night. I had a shit week at work. And right now, I am amongst my people. And then without any further ado, the lights went out and the show began. And the reason I have Alive 2 up here is because they did play a lot of songs from Alive 2. They played a lot of songs from Alive. But they opened with I Stole Your Love, and when that kicked on, the joy and childlike magic of those lasers combined with I Stole Your Love from Alive 2 just put me in a childlike mood and immediately reminded me of our buddy Aaron. Our buddy Aaron from over at AJ's Happy Fun Time channel, link below, has a great story about Alive 2, and he tells this magical story, and that is when he was little, he had Alive 2, and he also had the Viewmasters with a Viewmaster machine, and he would play those Viewmasters and shine those pictures of Kiss up on the wall while playing Alive 2. And to him, it was like being at a Kiss concert. And that's what I felt last night watching this laser show. I kept saying to myself, Aaron would love this. 8-year-old Aaron would be smiling ear to ear, because I totally was. I don't know if it was the lasers, the fog, my week at work, whatever. Last night I was in a Kiss euphoria, and it was absolutely beautiful. Almost I don't mean to get weird, but it almost felt like this religious awakening. I realized last night why I love this stuff so much. I felt that feeling I felt when I was 15 at my first Kiss show. It felt like I was where I belonged. And the set list was absolutely magical. Here are the songs they played, not in this specific order. I wanted to write them down, but I was having too much fun staring at those screens, smiling like a kid. I Stole Your Love, Let Me Go Rock and Roll, God of Thunder, Deuce, Love Gun, Beth, which I'll come back to that here in a minute, Shout It Out Loud, Rock and Roll All Night, Strutter, Shock Me, Calling Dr. Love, and Black Diamond. Two worthy points of interest for me, especially, is when they played Beth. they played the unplugged version, which was perfect. It just fit those acoustic guitars. Probably a far better performance of Peter singing than the Alive 2 version. And the lasers they had going to it were just absolutely beautiful. And there is always magic in that unplugged show when Peter hits the line, "Me and the boys will be playing all night." That same energy and magic and joy you felt the first time you heard that was vibrating through that planetarium. Every Kiss fan there felt like they did when they saw that in 1995. It's such a beautiful performance of that song, and that to lasers was perfect. Now, the absolute best song of the night, without a doubt, was Shock Me, live from Alive 2. But that's when the fog really hit, like gigantic puffs of smoke into that planetarium. And they were using a cartoon laser drawing of Ace playing that guitar, mouth agape open like we love Ace to do. And it just was absolutely beautiful. And when they hit that Shock Me solo, I think I'm so used to hearing that in Phantom of the Park when they descend from the sky. And once again, it was like everything you love about being a Kiss fan. Amusement parks, rock and roll, space adventure, comic books, lasers, smoke, loud guitars, vibrato, drums, feedback. And for Shock Me, especially beyond the lasers on the screen, they were shooting lasers like from the front of the theater to the back, like those lasers that shot out of the Sphinx during Hot in the Shade. It was those kind of lasers. And I couldn't help but giggle. I was just giggling like a 12-year-old boy watching my heroes in laser form. One of the most fun Kiss days I've ever had in my life. And I am so happy I went. Now, you know how you feel after you come home from a Kiss show and you're always hot-faced to play something. Last night's laser show gave me incredible off the soundboard Des Moines 1977 hot face. And I think it had a lot to do with Shock Me, because I absolutely love the guitar solo from this album. My God, that heavy effect, just freaking Les Paul glory of a guitar solo. It almost feels like it's literally like burning out of your stereo speakers. And I had such hot face to play this record, and I'm going to play this record tonight and just enjoy the crap out of this thing. And maybe it's because I've never been to a laser show before and my first one was Kiss. That is beautiful. If that is the case and all laser shows from here on out are not as good, so be it, because I had so much fun. 10 out of 10. I will always do this again if they ever bring it back. And I say to you, if your planetarium ever has a Kiss laser show, you have to go. Everything I love about being a Kiss fan I felt last night, and I have been on a high of being proud to be a Kiss fan since last night. And I'm going to put this record on the record player and enjoy the rest of my night. But before we leave, I'm going to show you some photos and small videos I took from last night. Enjoy these photos, enjoy these videos, and if you ever get a chance, go see a Kiss laser show. Absolute 100% fun. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night basement. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you. We will talk to you soon.